Hello there, this is Amy from Made for Math, and today I'm going to be talking to you about volume of rectangular prisms. Volume is simply the amount of space in an object. So if we take a rectangular prism, which is a three-dimensional rectangle, it's three-dimensional because it has a height, it has a length, and it has a width. And to find the volume of the rectangular prism, we're going to find the amount of space inside the prism. So I have a prism over here on the screen, and I'm going to go ahead and add some rows and columns to my prism. Okay, so right now you can see that before I add any other layers to my rectangular prism, this area down here is just a rectangle. So right now, before I add anything, I just have a rectangle. I'm gonna go ahead and clear that. And let me find the length and the width of my rectangle. So I have 2, 4, 6, it's 8 is my length, and 5 is my width. And now I'm gonna go ahead and add some layers. This is going to make it into a three-dimensional rectangle. Okay, there's one layer. So far my height is 1. Now 2 layers, my height is 2. 3 layers, my height is 3. And 4 layers will fit inside of that rectangular prism. So my height right here equals 4. And that's for my height. So to find the amount of space that my rectangular prism takes up, or the volume of my rectangular prism, I have an 8 by 5 rectangle on the bottom. So the area of that rectangle, I would calculate 8 times 5 for the length times the width, and that is 40. And then I have 4 of those layers of that bottom rectangle. So I'm going to multiply 40 by 4. And that gets me to 160. So the volume of this rectangular prism is 160, and it's going to be cubic because I have 3 layers, and cubic means 3, cubic units. I didn't assign this inches or centimeters or any sort of unit, so I'll just call it cubic unit. So to find the volume of any rectangular prism, there are a couple different formulas. One is that you can multiply the length times the width. That will get you the area of your bottom layer, and then you can multiply that by the height, or you can just multiply all 3 numbers at the same time, 8 times 5 times 4. So I can have, first I can multiply 8 times 5, which is 40, and then multiply that product by 4, which is 160. Or you can multiply these 3 numbers in any combination you want. I'll start with the 4, which is my height. And let's say I'm going to start with multiplying it by the width, which is 5. And then lastly, I'll multiply it by the length, which is 8. 4 times 5 is 20. And 20 times 8 is also 160. So either way, doesn't matter the order that I'm multiplying my length, my width, and my height, my 3 sides, I still end up with the volume of my rectangular prism. Thank you very much, and I hope you enjoyed that video. I will see you in upcoming videos.